Welcome, and first of all, I'm really very impressed by your presence here in such great numbers. Thank you for being here, and I'm very happy also that so many people are interested in this subject, because I do have to admit that I see so many Facebook and internet sites with an enormous potential that is unused, that I hope that now you have the opportunity to at least use a little bit of what I will tell you to make some progress in this context. We have been talking about influencers, marketing, advertising, and so on. How can I reach my target groups at the right time? How can I activate them? And I would like to talk today about distribution. We all need to make some money, in a nutshell. I'm a social media manager, card certified, meaning that I can train and follow people in social media. And of course, I also am responsible for social media accounts, and I also work at the German Popular University. So what do we talk about? Facebook in Germany has more than 30 million active users. 23 of them use Facebook daily. Instagram is one of these as well. It's part of Facebook, by the way, with 15 million users in Germany. 80% follow at least one company. So there's an enormous potential. Use this potential. Use it for your customers, for your potential customers. And many people do it already. They use this potential, as for example, I don't know if you can read it in the back row. This is a link, Book Now, often offered by Facebook. And then in posts, many people have a link. Where can I book this? How can I get more information? As a normal link or embedded link. But then there is something that I do not see very often, which is Facebook offers. Facebook, in its normal posts, not in ads, not in commercials, offers certain things. But unfortunately, this is hardly ever used. But you can, for example, place a discount action, 10% in March, for example, because you have so many rooms still available. Or you can also upload vouchers and say until what date this voucher would be valid. You can do this with a button on the left side, Offers, Angebote in German. And then, and I have already shown that here in red, users can save it. The machine will memorize it, so any time you look for a new offer, you will automatically get it because the user has shown interest. Maybe he would say, well, in March I cannot do it, but if I can come a little bit later, I would like to get an information. So you can build up a group of interested Facebook users, free of cost, who want to see your offerings. And then, third point, important with the new Facebook algorithm, you can comment and can make a comment and also evaluate the offer. And then you have the possibility to place an ad with a QR code, for example, with a number for your vouchers. You can also, in hotels, in companies, in airlines, see where you can use these vouchers. If you have, for example, several hotels, maybe there was one hotel that I did not like, I do not want to go, but I would like to use my voucher for another hotel, and you can always attribute these vouchers to a certain target. Facebook Shop, another subject. Hardly ever used. In my region, Northern Frisia, we use it more and more because it's free of charge. You can upload your offers, accommodation, options, add-ons that you would like to offer. And then you have this shop function with the representation of the offer here. Direct sale is only possible in the US at present. But as we know, many things start in the United States and then it spills over to Europe as well. You can have a link on your website, for example. But with this link already, you can, for example, show what this holiday home looks like, some photos, a price, and a link that would get you directly to the landing page of the booking site. So the customer can say, oh, I like that, can I book this? So as I said, I'm not only a marketing and social media manager, I'm also dealing with data protection. If you create this link, do it on the left-hand side, upper left-hand side. Of course, we all want to sell something. Of course, we would like to say, yes, give me your credit card and buy it right here. But this, under German law, is unacceptable. We have, first of all, show the general conditions of buying and the data protection regulations. And so you have to really pay attention that this is fulfilled, that you have to show the conditions of purchase. Can you still hear me? Says the speaker. I had a flu last month. If you have this new link and you have a new post here, you can then establish also a link to the possibility of selling. For example, your cook has made a wonderful dinner. You have a wellness installation in your hotel. You post that, and you can see these offers directly under this post with a link, book here. And then at once you have this possibility to sell immediately. This was the Kastanienhof, not very many rooms available. If you're a hotel, that's maybe a little bit more laborious to enter all this data, but you can also do it via the catalog function if you have properly selected tables. The booking modules. I just said that it is not possible, in Germany at least, to book directly on Facebook. We are here at a tourist fair. I suppose that most of you are not active on these platforms, but there are also a great many of channel managers who offer this Facebook link. I did not choose any single one. I did not want to do advertisement for one particular client. But it would be a mask, exactly as on your website, but it is on the Facebook website. So the customer thinks that he is still on Facebook, but he is inside your booking system. You can ask this feature free of charge, or at least for just a little contribution, financial contribution. It's with a button, online booking. You can see it here in German as well. Online booking, so the Facebook visitors see that they can book directly without having to change anything. In these modern times, it is important that the client can book as easily as possible. So these were possibilities free of charge, where you have to invest maybe your time but not money. Facebook ads offers other possibilities. It's relatively cheap compared to others, and this would be a classic. The website conversions. Conversions means that I want to stimulate my customer to do something. For example, think of some travel agent with the top offers in the summer. Book now, buy now. He will get on my website, looks at this offer, and hopefully will also book this offer. If you have an app, maybe your own app, in this app sales, you can integrate this app link directly with Facebook. So maybe you have these ads on Facebook, but you would also like to know how many people have seen the website and how many have booked this offer in the end. So Facebook uses what they call Facebook Pixel. It is just a little dot that you have on the website, and then you can follow how many people use this offer from the Facebook ad to your own website. You do not know the individual person, but you know how many. It is important from a point of view of data protection that you cannot embed them directly in Germany. You have to fulfill certain conditions to do that without any risk for data protection. And then something that we see hardly ever is Facebook Dynamics. Not only Google has understood that traveling is an important market, Facebook as well. So there are these dynamic ads for traveling. Think of, for example, booking a flight. Well, then you post to your friends, of course, we do everything that you have booked this flight and that you're looking for a hotel. I said, I found the right hotel for you. Facebook can use this. Facebook can filter according to age groups. Is it a family? Is it a single person? And then it is very probable that you would book this room because you will need a hotel if you have booked a flight. And you could also say this person was on my website, but he did not book. I would like to come into contact with him again, and I can get him a Facebook ad. And Facebook can recognize the user independently of the device as soon as you are logged in. In the desktop during your break, you said, this might be interesting, but no, I will think about it again. And then afterwards, when I'm in front of my TV in the evening, I get this offer, wonderful hotel, I can get a discount of 5% or whatever. And then it is much more likely that you get on this website again and you book something. There is a new function in Facebook that maybe you do not all have seen already. This is part of the ad conversions. If you scroll down entirely in Facebook, you can see that for tourism, you can send this ad to all these people who have shown that they're interested in traveling. It doesn't cost anything more, it's just an option, a search option. But it is something that we have in rollout have had only for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe it does not yet arrive in your country. Then Facebook Canvas. Did you use that already? I can't see it very often. Nobody? Maybe you have seen it in the news feed. You see a photo, you see a video, you tip on it, and then all of a sudden the entire screen is filled with this photo, with this landing page. It's a landing page of Facebook. In northern Frisia, where I come from, the mobile connection is not very good, but this site loads up incredibly quickly. So people will not stop, will not say, oh no, it takes too long, I don't want to see it. And with this you can create a true landing page with videos, with photos. You can tell a story, and then you get the user ever closer to your brand, to your hotel, to your holiday offer. And then the user says, that's wonderful, I want to do that. And then you send a link, more infos on my website. He doesn't see anything else in Facebook, only this landing page. He has to go back actively and say, I want to go back to get my news feed. That was a short overview of what we can do on Facebook. And many of these features that we have on Facebook, you can have them as well in Instagram. Instagram is a good example for getting people closer with pictures, with meaningful pictures, because you do not really need text to attract people. What is important is visualizing things, good photos. I often see, for example, a wonderful sunset, but where is it? What does it tell me? What can I do with it? No, don't do that. Invest some more into this, make a good picture and tell where it is. Instagram, at the end of the year, and that's very interesting, will offer the possibility to sort according to hashtags. Now I can search for hashtags. Hashtag Berlin, certainly that will be an enormous amount of information, hotels, events, and so on. But define a good hashtag, something that is something that can help you. As this example, Kastanienhof at the Isle of Rügen. Then it could be holiday with a dog at the North Sea. And then you will be looked up. That's important. And also choose a hashtag that carries an emotion, something that you can recognize when you come back. And with these options, you would have to create stories, lives, a world of experiences. Facebook has also stories, but on Instagram it's much more successful, and life is also an important subject. I sometimes also think, no, I should not do it live, because if I do not say the sentence correctly or whatever, but it doesn't really matter, because it is more authentic. And that is what we heard also in the previous presentations. Dynamic ads, what I just explained for Facebook. This is also possible with Instagram. If you use the Instagram manager, you will be asked automatically where you want to put this ad, and then you can choose. Facebook and Instagram shopping in the future. Direct shopping on Facebook. In the US it is possible and nothing unusual. Mark Zuckerberg in 2008 already, he said that this would be his objective. A Facebook world, the user would not go anywhere else. But of course, as the Facebook owner, I would think in the same way. So he's working on that. In the US, we have what they call on Instagram shoppable posts, and this will certainly also spill over to Europe. There are 3 categories. You post something, you link it with a shop, and you can already see on this picture this room in that and that hotel costs this and that, and then you can click directly on a booking button. Very topical subject, Messenger. Mark Zuckerberg already talked about that 2 years ago as well. He wants to sell the Messenger, and there are already certain offers in Germany. The legal basis is not quite clear. We wait for some decisions of the European Court of Justice as well. But we should use this Messenger for our basic conversation, communication. Because often we hear that customers do not want to make a call. They want to write something. They rest a little bit more anonymous, and then they want to get an answer after having written, and they want this answer quickly, of course. And this is what you can offer. And with Facebook Messenger, you can have this Facebook Messenger on your own website. It's still a beta version, but it will be available everywhere soon. You have a button, use this Messenger, but there again you have to think of data protection. Facebook is reading everything, and so you have to tell people that you use the Facebook Messenger. And in data protection, well, you have maybe also social plugins. You have a 2-click procedure. You tell your customer what it is about, and then he has to say, yes, I do want to use it, and then you can communicate with the customer. But you can also send ads. That's a new function on Facebook. Well, but there you have to be very careful. Sometimes I get ads on Facebook. I'm not 20 years old, and as you can see, I'm not a regular gym user. So you have to have the right customer data and address these people directly. It's a communication channel. You don't want to get spam ads that are spam. So Mark Zuckerberg says that you should get advice with the messenger and maybe sell at once. Also during your holiday, do you like the room? Did you get any supplement services? Do you want to book our wellness offer? Whatever. And then, of course, after your holiday, you will be asked, did you like that? Do you want to come back next year? We would also like to book the same room for you if you really liked it. So it is important to have the right customer data, as our colleagues already said before. To finish, some legal advice. You can do many things on Facebook and in Instagram. You can do customer audience, lookalike audience, and it is a very good possibility to reach your customer without spreading losses. But you have to take into account legal regulations, the legal basis. We have a new data protection directive here in Europe, so avoid any traps. And finally, the Facebook algorithm. I've got many questions concerning that. I have to admit that I was really surprised when Mark Zuckerberg in January said we only roll out for friends and Facebook. Yes, but if you think of it, he's right. So, in the everyday world, well, yes, I want to post a news, some sentences, a photo, and that's it. And it should not be like that. It's not interesting for you, it's not interesting for the user. Especially on the mobile phone, you have a second and a half to look at such an ad. If you do not get the user then, if he's not interested, you've lost. So less information, less posts, but good content. Define your target group. What do they want to hear? What do they want to see? How can I engage them? And a good post, not 3 times a week, only once a week, in the correct way. And then you will also benefit from it, and you will not have too many spam in your newsfeed. So we have to leave our comfort zone. It was easier before, but I think it's the right decision, the right step, and you will be successful if you have an interaction in posts. Do not talk about ads, but free of cost posts. Interaction does not mean likes. What is important is to comment and to share. So live videos always get a comment. It's very good for interaction. Thank you very much. That was a very short presentation of the possibilities with Facebook and Instagram. I would be very happy if you can take something home, and if you would then maybe do a test. It's not about investing money, it's just about testing it. And I wish you big success. Thank you.